Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
That's cold.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make...
The more you talk, the more I hate you.
What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
It's so bad.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my
I swear she's designed
Dad on duty so much.
on purpose because they knew people would like hate Caden because he's the same voice actor as Carthanasi from Knights of the Old Republic. So they designed this just awful xenophobic asshole to counteract him, and I don't understand. Sounds
I was an
familiar.
only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me
Sounds
about
like
it.
a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike.
I don't need to know the name.
I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
No means
If you
no.
really liked her, he wouldn't
No
be...
means no.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You traveled all the way home.
Well, that's
walking
nice of
sister
you.
to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me
He's
reading it.
gonna start
He had a
like
dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like
loading
it?
some really
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
no.
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
I can't use the Paragon choice. I gotta go neutral.
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
I'll look forward to our next talk.
You should. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward
Because I really don't care, but I don't like hearing about it more.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're feeling
I see you're
better.
Smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Okay, goodbye.
I should go.
That was quick.
See you later.
Quick and simple. Let's go talk to Rex. And he's the last guy before 2 o'clock, which happens to be the end of the show. So,
What do you want,
hey,
Shepard?
Rex.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Yeah?
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why
I
not
leave.
stay? Help your people.
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
Really?
happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What about you?
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
What about Gerard?
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes, a meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
And you went?
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Your father?
Jared was your father?
He was, until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
That is a sad story, but at least he got what was
So
coming to
long,
him.
Rex.
Shepard.
Looking for supplies?
Alright, so we're gonna empty my
Let's see what
inventory
you got.
and then... yeah. Empty the garbage. Empty the oh. Probably shouldn't empty all the garbage. I don't know what I'm gonna need. For Garrus! Good enough. So we've got a Garrus quest, we've got this Privateer's quest, etc. that we gotta do. But and I fucked up my playlist again. God damn it. I'm never sitting where I want to be, like, to end the cast on the playlist so that I can just get to this song quickly. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the show. We did a decent amount if we got through 2 of the 3 story missions I had available to me. When we come back, we'll be doing the couple side quests I have available, and then we'll be moving to the Pharaoh story quest tomorrow, and we'll be starting at 8 Central again. I'm really enjoying the playthrough, and it's just gonna be straight through until we finish it. Lots of fun. So yeah, we'll be here tomorrow. That's really all I have to say today. I'll be here. Hopefully you will be too. See ya.